This would be huge for the Seahawks. Let's talk about what the rumor mill is churning out next about the Seahawks. What's going on, everybody? Christian Pedersen back with another episode of Seahawks Digest. I'm the new host. Thank you very much for tuning in to the free internet show that's going to do our best to straddle the line between journalism and fan. And here's the basic format. Scroll the headlines every morning. Got the Google alert set up. I'm studying film so that you don't have to, and I will bring you all things Seahawks day in and day out, off season or not, rumor, fact, reaction, all that kind of jazz. If you want to subscribe, we would greatly appreciate it. Like, dislike, comment, all those other YouTube buttons I am required to ask you to press per my contract with the bosses. Let's talk about the headlines, though. Here's the first thing that we have got to talk about today, and that is Fox Sports linking the Seahawks. They are named a possible landing spot for another all-pro playmaker, even though they already have one of their own. Okay, what are we talking about here today? We're talking about the rich getting richer, potentially. I get that a fair amount of the off season is filled with content creators like myself that need to post headlines and get clicks and move the conversation forward and fill the void somewhat. So not every single nugget that I'm bringing along is going to be verified facts. Some of it is speculation, and that's where I want to hear from you guys, because you all see football in a greatly different way than I do, and it helps me get a better understanding of what's really going on. So I never want you to think that I'm I know every single thing about it. So I genuinely do ask, would, per this article, per Fox Sports, would adding Deebo Samuel be a good or bad thing for the Seahawks? They are listed, per Fox Sports, as one of the potential landing spots for the all-pro athlete, playmaker, game changer. There's a variety and multitude of different descriptive adjectives that could be used about Deebo Samuel, and I would be lying if I said I didn't want it. There's always going to be a question on both sides of the spectrum here about what comes with aging at different positions and trying to be an explosive playmaker into your 30s. Happens for some and it doesn't happen for others. And I get that I didn't succeed on that level, and I don't want to be perceived as a hater, but I kind of come across it as being like, it's not worth the risk. But I would be curious, what can you, when you already have a certain chunk of assets allocated towards the wide receiver, running back skill positions, when you need to maintain everywhere else, what does that really get you? The numbers financially, this is where, like, at the other end of the spectrum, he's going to want a big deal. And the Seahawks might not be dialed in on being able to get that, is what they're spending already in the receiver room. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Rashid Shaheed, and Cooper Cupp. That is already a good group. Anybody will take that group. But when you look at it, that's also a big chunk of the money. So I would admit that this is maybe something that you're like, okay, I don't see it. It doesn't work. But I'll be curious, where is the market really for Deebo? And what does he want out of it? Because it seems like this could potentially be ripe for something of a short-term, use this for 1 year to launch you back into a top-tier contract kind of. Look, maybe that's painted with optimism, of wanting to do the mental gymnastics, of wanting to make it, hey, we get everybody. Maybe too much Madden has soaked my brain with just that bloodlust for acquiring a progressively more and more dominant offense that just goes out there and absolutely crushes teams. We can have the age-old debate. It's super cliche, but if you want to have it in the comment section, let's have it. What wins championships, offenses or defense? I would argue that you probably need a little bit of both, but this doesn't detract from the Seattle Seahawks offense in any way, shape, and form. I don't believe in too many cooks in the kitchen when it comes to the skill position. I think that football season is long. There's a lot of plays, and if you've got a quarterback like Sam Darnold that can work all levels of the progression, can have guys underneath, can have guys deep, and no matter where they are, he will find a way eventually to get it to them, that you can be running a bunch of different guys in a bunch of different formats all season long and successfully share the ball. I think the offense is built like that. The offense being built like that is courtesy, potentially, of Brian Fleury, the offensive coordinator there, who it would be a reunion, as this article notes, for him and Deebo Samuel off of their time spent with the San Francisco 49ers. Apologies for the dramatic pause there. That is just me breathing in and out. Nothing extra to reveal there. For YouTube show, you get what you get. For show jitters, we're still working it out. Thank goodness it's the offseason, but you get what I'm saying. Smith and Jigba and Shaheed, fantastic 1-2 combo. They note Cooper Kupp's age, and I don't think that there's an inherent, he's going to fall off a cliff. Like I was saying with skill position guys, that, you don't, how much do you want to risk on them long term? But it is, I think football of all the sports does it the best of just being like, this is a business, man. It's cruel, it's cold, and sometimes you just got to look at it from that point of view. So I don't see, even if that was them talking about three guys all under the age of 30 or all under the age of 25 or all under, I don't see a receiver room where you're like, oh man, there's too much talent there. There's too many playmakers. There's too many maybe personalities, but that's on how a franchise manages it, in my opinion. So the math would be wonky, but Fox Sports is listing Deebo Samuel, Seahawks, as potential connection for this upcoming season. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment on all of this. Like I said, we're a new show again, reborn, to follow in the bandwagon-y stuff and all that. I'm just kidding. But, we're going to be bringing daily content. So make sure you give us a follow or a subscribe or whatever the buttons are that I got to hit. Until next time, say thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Give us a follow. Talk to you soon.